Well, let's go to the Northcote by-election now. Two Māori men in their mid-30s standing for the two main parties. National has chosen Dan Bidois to contest the Northcote by-election, which was of course triggered by Jonathan Coleman's resignation from Parliament. Dan Bidois is with me now in the Auckland studio. Tēnā koe.
Good morning, Guy.
Congratulations on being selected. You're in this race now. What do you see as the big issues?
Look, it's a fantastic privilege to be able to represent the National Party, and I'm really looking forward and energised about the campaign and taking the fight to this by-election for the people of Northcote. I think, really there's two key issues that I see at this stage. The first is around certainly transportation and congestion, and that doesn't, and you can just go around the electorate now and just see how much traffic is backed up along Oniwa Roads, Lake Road. So I think that's a real big focus. The other thing is that, quite frankly, the regional fuel tax that's been proposed by this government is going to hurt a lot of hard-working Northcote people. So certainly that's going to be something that I'll be opposing.
So you're going to be campaigning against that,
absolutely. And
yeah.
Should I be elected at the by-election, one of my first tasks as the local MP for Northcote will be to firmly vote against the proposed regional fuel tax.
Okay, let's use some of this time so that people get to know you a little bit better. You've had an interesting sort of backstory. You, I think, left school fairly early and went to become a butcher's apprentice, and things have sort of risen from there. And you've ended up with a master's degree from Harvard. Is that right?
Yeah, look, I've been a fighter all my life, Guyan. I had cancer when I was 15, so I survived cancer. And, I've been through a lot, and it's through the hard work and effort and the ambition and the drive that I've had, and also the support of my family that's gotten me to where I am today. And it's now, my privilege to be able to take that fight and be the fighter for Northcote and the people of Northcote. And it's very clear they want a local voice and a champion for them and their issues. So I'm really excited about that, and really, really looking forward to the campaign.
Nō hea koe, where are you from originally?
Look, I am born and raised in East Auckland in Pakuranga. I'm adopted, but my adopted family, my Māori side is Ngāti Maniapoto. And
you share that with the leader then, that probably helped.
Yes. There's a few similarities that we, Simon, in common, but my mother's side is European.
Okay, and what are people voting for if they vote for you? What sort of person are they going to get?
Look, they want a local champion. I've been a fighter all my life, as I said, and I'm ready to take that fight for the people of Northcote. So really on the key issues that matter for them, I'm really excited to be that fighter. I've got experience, Guyan, so I've lived in 5 different countries. I've worked with some pretty interesting organisations, and I'm really proud to have that experience and then bring that experience to the people of Northcote with the challenges that we're facing. Okay,
just a couple of things to push back on a little bit, and some of the difficulties that you might face in terms of convincing people to vote for you. A, they might say, look, we want an MP from the party that's in government and you can't do much for us. And B, they might also say to your things like traffic congestion, the old classic, well, you had a decade to fix it.
Oh, look, no doubt traffic has been an issue right back to the days of Sir Jim McLeay, who was a local MP from way back during Anne Hartley's time, and also through Jonathan Coleman. So traffic is an issue, and I can't say hand on heart that I'm going to solve this overnight. But on the issue of whether you want to choose a government MP or an opposition MP, certainly on the regional fuel tax, which I believe a lot of our people in Northcote are upset and not happy about, I have the ability as an opposition MP to firmly vote against the regional fuel tax that's been proposed. So I'll be a firm opposition to that proposal.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time. That's Dan Bidois there, who is National's candidate in the by-election. Well, Labour have selected Shanan Halbert to be their candidate to go up against Dan Bidois in this Northcote by-election, and he joins us now. Tēnā koe.
Morena e hoa.
Kei te pihia koe.
Ka nui te ora I tēnei ata.
Ka pai. Your Māori's better than mine, so I might leave it there and quit.
Getting there. Still learning.
Well, actually, you work at Te Wanaga O Aotearoa. That's the day job?
Yeah, that's the day job. I've been in the tertiary sector for a long time. I've been committed to access to education. That's been my priority, ensuring that young people, second chance learners and our communities have the best access that they can to local education opportunities.
And how much of that background, if you like, do you want to bring in to Parliament should you have the privilege of winning and representing that community?
That's my priority. I'm really passionate about education. The other end of that is employment. We need to ensure that obviously we continue to raise achievement, but assist people to in the pipeline and transition from their learning through to employment and then back to continue to upskill. That's important as we move forward in modern technology as well.
How are you going to convince people, though, to vote for a Labour candidate? It's been a safe National Party seat for some time now. I think the majority is, it's over 6,000, is it?
That's right. In the last general election, I took Jonathan Coleman's margin from almost 10,000 down to 6,2. That's a significant chunk taken away from the National Party, and that was within a 5-month campaign. We've continued to campaign since that time. We've had the Prime Minister join us and a number of ministers in the new year. So we'll continue to campaign hard. We're the underdog in this competition. We're up for it, but we're going to work hard, and we have a very, very large volunteer base already established, and overnight we've had a significant number of new volunteers want to come and join in.
Are you going to have the Prime Minister in the electorate campaigning for you when she has the opportunity? I think she might be in France.
Yeah, the Prime Minister's overseas at the moment, so
for sure,
I look forward to talking to her about those plans.
Yeah,
we'll be planning over the next 48 hours, and her schedule will include Northcote.
And what's the pitch? What are you saying to voters in terms of why they should vote for you?
Well, why vote for Shanan Halbert? It's because I live locally. When we talk about traffic congestion, my commute from Birkenhead out to Mangere every day, that's my reality.
How long does that take you?
Between 3/4 an hour to an hour and a half. But the reality, Guy...
An hour and a half one way?
Hour and a half one way. Yeah. And then you come back the other way.
You're listening to Morning Report in the morning?
Absolutely. Every morning. And... We listen to your te reo Māori, but the reality of transport, Guy, is that 70% of our locals are travelling on public transport now. So we have to acknowledge the work that Auckland Transport have done, that they've continued to be progressive. This issue and the T3 lane is one of Jonathan Coleman's
you're going to be going up
ones
against Dan Bidois here, who's going to be saying, well, these guys are going to be slugged with a fuel tax. So how are you going to respond to that? Because
well, you can't moan about the issue, about the problem, and then not like the response at the end of it. The reality is that we need to get some effective plans in place. The last Labour government put the Northern Expressway in place, and in 9 years, National hasn't done anything.
All right. Okay, well, good luck to both of you. They both are sitting here, but we did say that we'd do them one-on-one. We'll probably have you back, both of you, for a debate, I would say, in the next... when is the by-election? It's June the 9th, is it right?
9th of June.
The 9th of June, so we've got some time. We'll bring you back for a debate, and you guys can go head-to-head on some of the issues that you've talked to us about this morning. But thank you both. This morning for joining us. We're talking this morning to Dan Bidois, who is standing for National, and just then to Shanan Halbert, who's standing for Labour in that by-election for Northcote, replacing Jonathan Coleman. June the 9 is down for the competition there, the election date. 28 minutes to 9.